Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about what is up with face tattoos. Face tattoos have become increasingly popular over the last few years, but for decades prior, having very visible tattoos on your body was only for the most extreme individuals, and often this was left until that person had nowhere else to tattoo. Today that's definitely changed as more and more young people are diving headfirst into getting tattooed. If you're new here, my name is Sally EST, and you can catch me right here every Wednesday talking about everything you ever wanted to know about tattoos. You see a lot of celebrities, rappers, and a good amount of the general public popping up with face tattoos lately. So it's a little bit less shocking, but getting a face tattoo is still a huge commitment nonetheless. And while it is becoming more common, it still is a taboo to tattoo your face in the United States. You may have heard of young Soundcloud rappers tattooing their faces. It's somewhat of an online phenomena of what I'll call the Lil Peep Era that spans from 2011 to about 2019. Lil Peep, rest in peace, was an American rapper who began releasing music on Soundcloud in 2014. But I decided to begin this era in 2011 because 2011 was the year that Gucci Mane got the infamous ice cream cone tattooed right on his cheek. Some rappers had tattoos at this point, like Lil Wayne, but they were mainly small marks like teardrops and crosses that were mostly used by Black and Latino communities to signify violence or incarceration. So Gucci Mane pioneered the Lil Peep era of getting shocking face tattoos. So these are purposefully audacious tattoos in very visible spots. And Gucci Mane definitely was publicly ridiculed for his choice of face tattoo, similarly to how SoundCloud rappers are ridiculed for the choices of their face tattoos. These tattoos are usually pretty basic in design. They're usually like a simple phrase or symbol, and some of them are drug related, some are meme related, like 6ix9ine's face, body, personality, and life really. 6ix9ine is just like a meme in himself. What Gucci Mane set in motion for the Lil Peep era is that you can have a great and public rap career with pretty much anything plastered on your face. So in 2017, when Kerwin Frost tattooed a number 2 pencil across his whole cheek, his career took off. He even said that it was a decision he would never regret, and it made his life way better. It almost seems like the more absurd you can get, the better. For example, Arnold is Dead tattooed Anne Frank on a whole side of his face. And Anne Frank has a marijuana leaf tattooed on her tiny tattoo cheek, and he actually calls her Zan Frank in honor of Xanax. Oh my god. In an interview with Inked magazine, tattoo artist Julius Margulies, who goes by Snuffy, said, "There's a phrase that went around where they'd say, 'I tattooed my face, so I had to win as a rapper.'" So essentially what Snuffy is getting at is that these rappers are trying to fully commit to living the rap lifestyle, sometimes even before they've really made it as a rapper. So in most cases today, any normal 9 to 5, you really can't have a face tattoo, especially Zan Frank, on a huge part of your face if you're gonna walk into an office job on Monday morning. So they're essentially committing fully to the rap career. In my opinion, chasing internet fame or clout is synonymous with the Lil Peep era of face tattoos. Vox has a really great article entitled "How Face Tattoos Took Over SoundCloud." And in the article, Caitlin Tiffany argues, face tattoos make a new face instantly recognizable. On Instagram, in YouTube videos, in clips pulled out of YouTube videos to go viral on Twitter, they render the face a cross-platform commodity. The idea that your face tattoos could become a commodity for your online career is really, really interesting to me, and in a way she's right, because Face tattoos stir up a lot of controversy online. You're pretty much insured to have an article written about you if you go and get an extreme face tattoo. And boosting people's presence online, whether that be good or bad, can sometimes make a career. Post Malone's infamous Always Tired tattoos came right after his first viral Soundcloud hit in 2015, but they came before his first #1 song on the Billboard charts. Now, Post Malone's under-eye tattoos, as well as pretty much his whole face tattoos, are so intertwined in his public image. I wonder how much the tattoos had a part in pushing him into how famous he is today. I do think the original face tattoos of the 90s associated with gang violence and jail time have largely faded away, but there still is this lingering idea that you have to earn your face tattoos. You might have heard this idea of having to earn face tattoos. Many tattoo artists will say this. So for example, these 2 TikToks that Inked magazine posted.
You don't have a sleeve or a chest piece or something that it was significant and you earned a lot of tattoos and you're respected for having tattoos, I'm not tattooing your face.
This first artist is Devon Foxworth, and he's essentially saying you need to earn your tattoos, you need to be heavily tattooed before you move on to the face. And a lot of tattoo artists feel the responsibility to not tattoo someone's face unless they are heavily tattooed. There definitely are some commenters that agree with this statement and some commenters that definitely don't, and ask, why do we need someone to tell us what we want to do with our bodies? So I feel like it's kind of split 50-50, but for this specific video, the top comment is, if your artist doesn't have a line they draw when tattooing, you're going to the wrong artist. Interesting point.
If you don't have anything on your arms, I'm probably not going to tattoo your hands. If you don't have a chest piece, I'm probably not going to go for your throat or your neck.
This next artist is Alexandra Fish. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know if I am, but this video of her got a lot more backlash. She's essentially saying the same thing as Devon said, but a lot more of the top comments are having someone else make choices for my body, the first tattoo was on my hand, things like that. So the reaction to these videos are different, but these videos are essentially saying the same thing. Tattoo artists generally don't want to tattoo your face or your hands before you have lived with other tattoos on your body. So Inked magazine posted one of their YouTube videos on interviewing tattoo artists on a certain subject, and they did face tattoos. Many of the artists interviewed agreed that it was a tattoo artist's responsibility not to tattoo faces or hands as someone's first tattoo. These tattoo artists aren't trying to be mean, and they're not trying to control your life, but they know and they live with the ramifications of being visibly tattooed. So I think that's why they are so cautious. So to jump from having no tattoos to then having a face tattoo can be a really hard adjustment. It can be difficult for some to just look in the mirror and see a different reflection than they're used to seeing and that they've seen for their entire lives. So it's a huge, huge change to your day-to-day life. Your work options or how people treat you aside, you still have to look at your own face in the mirror alone and be okay with that choice that you made to alter your physical appearance permanently and not be able to cover it up. And I feel like you wouldn't really be able to grasp the gravity of that moment until you have been tattooed elsewhere. The idea that you have to earn a tattoo and earn respect, I don't love that idea, but I think that you need to start to adjust to seeing yourself differently. And if your first tattoo is on your face, that's just gonna be such a huge adjustment. When I got my chest tattooed, it took a little bit for me to adjust to seeing myself from here up with a new tattoo that was always gonna be there. So just prepping yourself for that, it can be a lot to handle emotionally. And I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about that emotional element to changing your physical appearance. However, there were some tattoo artists interviewed in that Inked magazine video who said if they don't do a face tattoo, they know the client will walk across the street and get tattooed by someone else who will do it without any questions, and they might not do a great tattoo for them. So in their minds, it's better for them to get a quality tattoo with them than to send them to a shadier shop that won't ask questions. But I wonder, with the rise in face tattoo popularity, as well as the increasing number of people working remotely, and how social media has taken over our lives, I wonder how long the idea that a face and a hand tattoo will be a job stopper will remain. I personally like face tattoos, and I'm tempted to get one kind of like near my ear, but I'm gonna sit on that idea for a while. But where I draw the line with face tattoos is when they completely alter your face features. Like when people get a skull over their face or black out their whole face. That's where I draw the line. And I like when face tattoos just accent your facial features. But when they are subverting how you look, I cannot hang with that. It's just not for me. One final reason some people might choose to get their faces tattooed is to honor their native heritage. And I've seen this on TikTok. I'm sure you've seen this as well, but I will show the TikTok I'm talking about now.
It goes on and on and on. Remind me of everything tonight. Yes, I'm in the zone. I get a good feeling. Dreaming about the things that we could be. So it's gonna be forever. You already know. That's a real me when I'm in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh, is it too late now to say I need a one dance? And then we start to dance and I'm singing like, oh, I want something just like that. Might be over now, but I feel it still. I want you.
Incredible. So this is at Shina Nova on TikTok. She is a proud indigenous woman. Her and her mother are Inuk, and she got these tattoos to honor her native heritage. Her mother also got a matching face tattoo with her, so they were able to honor their culture together. So facial tattoos were practiced among Inuit women as an indicator of status, maturity, or beauty. However, during colonization, authorities in locations across North America banned different indigenous peoples from their cultural practices, and that included face tattooing. Luckily today, there is a resurgence of women reclaiming their cultural heritage in their cultural practices. So I think that that is incredible, and what Shina Nova is sharing is just invaluable. I really love her TikToks. I could watch them all day. So educational, and to bring tattooing into it is so special for her culture. So I'm really happy that she shared that. Reviving indigenous cultural practices is definitely very different from the Lil Peep era of SoundCloud rappers with tattoos on their faces. But the Lil Peep era ends in 2019, and the next era kind of has a question mark on it for me. I'm not exactly sure where face tattoos will go on from here, and I definitely want to know what you guys think because I'm stuck on it. They are becoming so popular, and I hope that as a creative outlet and as a cultural outlet, people can, live their normal lives in modern day and still have face tattoos. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you have, leave me this emoji in the comments so that I know that you are a real one. Bye everyone.